Hi there, this is a furry animal from incblotcreations, and I've finished off the detailing on the palm. I've put in this circle piece here. If you look at the last video, you'll see there was an indentation. What I did was I got some clay and I rolled it up into a spaghetti kind of shape, and then made a hoop, joined the hoop together, and then I got one of my carving tools and flattened it out. I actually put it on and then I could flatten it out around there to give me that indentation look. I've done some more detailing on this piece here, and I've also put the back on, so the back's done now with the detailing there in the thumb area. Now on the fingers, you see that the clay wraps around the fingers. Now I reckon that the hole should be bigger, but then does it really? I don't know. It's when I go to mould it. This is going to be the funny bit. I'm going to try and mould it in two halves. So I'm going to cut the clay down this bit here, and then I'm going to decide whether to cut the clay up here or cut the clay along here and then up. So I need to decide what I'm doing there. So I'll give you a close up of the detailing. Then it's good to do a nice close up and keep a nice good pause on it, because people like to use these as reference points. So I'm just doing it very slowly as it goes all the way around. Some videos they spin it too fast and then you've got to try and pause the video. So there it's there. I'm going to the knuckles. What I've done is I've tried to shape the knuckles. I might go down a little bit deeper, not too deep, because I don't want this to be too narrow at this point here. So another close up of the hand from this angle. And just spin it around nice and slow. Now on the last video you'll see where there was a groove cut out, and what I'm going to do is once I do the process I'm going to show you what tools I used and stencils. Well, not really a stencil, it's kind of a hole, circle hole. It's a metal piece that I've got for doing the circle. It's a little bit thick around this bottom bit here. I might just thin that off a little bit, but it's not too bad. And you see the detailing on this piece goes down here, goes all the way around to the back, so make sure you've got this detailing there and this detailing up here correct, because you have to follow it all the way around to the back. You see where it follows its way all around. Now I've looked at Jay May's video, quite impressed with his casts. They're really good, really smooth, and I noticed he had bigger holes, wider holes there, but I'm actually quite happy with the way the gloves turned out. I've mounted these stoppers onto the back, two of them, so it's raised off the ground a little bit, so I can work better. It's not too well balanced, but I'll get there. You can see where it's just slightly thick there. I can just trim that. I don't have to do too much with it. The thing with doing clay sculpts is sometimes you can just do too much and then it just looks bad. It's very easy to fix, so we'll just take it from there. And the detail in the thumb as well. So I'm just going to work out how to do my cuts. I'm going to have to cut the clay. I was thinking about, I don't know, somebody could correct me, I was going to put it in the freezer. I was going to actually cut it first, cut the line down first for the join, and then do the join. I might just do the join straight down there and straight down there. And once I've done the cuts, I was going to put it in the freezer. So what I was going to do is get a bit of clay, do a little sculpt in a clay, flat bit, put it in the freezer to see how it would react to the freezer, so it make it hard. And the plan is to take, I dropped the video there. Classic. I'll keep that in. I'm going to then remove the piece and then put it back in the freezer so I can mould one half of the palm and then mould the other half. So I'm just going to figure out where my cuts are going to be, and the cuts on the in between the fingers as well. So Jay, if you're watching, I'd be much appreciated if you give me some advice. I actually don't know if you went down the clay road. This is my first ever attempt. I've never done this before. I've never used the tools before. I've never carved before. But the tools are really good. So I'm just following up clay sculpting. And hopefully this video doesn't run out. Not a lot of memory on this phone. So there it's there, and onto the knuckles. So it's quite tight on the knuckles. So basically I'm looking for JMA to give me some advice. I hope you've done it this way. You've done clay. I've looked at all the videos of your hand, your palm area, and my finger got in the way. So it's got all the detailing in, so it's basically a groove down here. This is just flat with a groove, just a rebate. We call it a rebate, and that there. So out. So I'm giving it quite a long vid. giving it quite a long video on this because I feel that people who want to do this want something to take reference points from. If they wanted to take a reference point from this, I'd be quite happy for them to do that. I need somebody to give me some advice on the knuckles, or in fact the holes, where just to mould it as it is. I see that Jamie is going to go for like a rubber mould. He's going to go for I can't remember. He's just going to make it like a rubbery copy, so he can flex. So I wait to see what happens there. So hopefully I don't think I'll bother putting any more detailing in the bottom piece, this groove here. I think it's fine. So I'm going to do a step-by-step video, so from start to finish I'll be kind of like snippets, and I'll try and edit it and put it together. So basically I've got to make the same copy for my left hand as here, because I didn't want to put too much detailing in, because the more detailing you put in, then the more detailing you have to put on the same detailing on the other hand. And you're probably saying to yourself, it is quite a long video, but hey, this is basically just for reference points and for people to have a look at. So I'll just finish off the groove. I need to finish off the groove down here, so it looks like one piece, and then figure out. So I'm going to go down the freezer route, put it in the freezer, but do the cuts first so I can take the piece off, because if I attempt to take the piece off, it's quite thin on here. It's quite thin onto the hand, so it might just tear. So if it was cold, and if somebody's got advice say don't do that, then I won't do that, and I'll be quite happy. So come up for 10 minutes. That's my finger getting in the way again. Woohoo! My hand. So it's come up for 10 minutes, and this is the hand. If the finger falls off, then we've had it, and that's basically it. So I need comments, I need some advice. I've never done this before, it's the first attempt at doing this, so I'd like to thank you very much. It's a furry animal from Inkblot Creations. Look at my other videos and subscribe. Thank you.